Hey, I have hope. Hope is the thing I'm taking with me after this program. It's not all gloom and doom for Nigeria, Africa. The future is very, very bright, and I'm so happy I'm part of this. By next year, by God's grace, I'll be here as well for the next LTIF. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much as well. And yes, you may not have a brilliant business idea yet, but at least you have hope. So once again, please, can we put on our headphones? The surround speakers are gonna go off in a few seconds, and everybody would only be able to hear me from your headphones. So please, let's put them on right now. Thank you very much. Who else is going? We have time for just maybe two more people. Share with me what you've learned so far. The usher doesn't have headphones. The usher doesn't have headphones, so she can't hear what's going on. All right.
Hello, everyone. Can I?
Yes, you can. Go ahead.
Okay. Good afternoon. My name is Inioluwa Olayemi, and this is an amazing privilege. One thing I've been seeing and I've been talking about with my sisters is the excellence, the absolute excellence here is breathtaking. So thank you all for the conveners for this opportunity to really, really see this and to be inspired by it. One thing that I got from Pastor Grace Offery. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead. We can hear you.
Okay, one thing that I got from is about faith being a multiplier. Of course, as a believer, some things catch you faster than, faith being a multiplier. And Pastor Grace said, when you have faith and when you have confidence in the faith that you have, you might not have anything right now, but you are so sure of where you're going and you're so sure and confident about it. And I think I caught it. Let me say it like that. Thank you so much.
And I like that as well. Faith is a multiplier, like you said. Did the men learn anything? I would like to hear from two guys. Yes, please.
Yeah, good afternoon. My name is Shalom Felix. I'd like to really say a big thank you for this opportunity. Well, I'd like to take it from the angle of purpose, profit, and faith.
Purpose, profit, and faith. Okay.
And it dawned on me, and I've always known that there's nothing too big for any man to achieve, and there's nothing too good for anybody to achieve. So bringing in faith into the arena, that's just the key point. So whatever dream or vision it is, it's not beyond you. What I believe is that we can do the unimaginable things,
True.
the impossible things, and the unthinkable things in life. So that's just what I take in home. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please, can we put our hands together for him? I enjoyed that one as well. Let's have, the usher. Yeah, she couldn't hear me before, but yes, all the way to the right there. There's a few more people that also want to speak. Once again, I'm simply asking, what is one thing that you've picked up so far from your time here today? Something that you're taking home with you. Okay, so after him, after him, you take it to the guy behind there. All right, go ahead. What's your name, please?
Yeah. Good afternoon, everybody.
Afternoon.
My name is Joseph Bayo. First of all, I want to say a very big thank you to our dear man of God for this great opportunity to be here. I've been so blessed since yesterday, so inspired by the presenters, and also to thank God for the convenience and the love word commerce for organizing this amazing, life-changing program. To me, I've seen it that it's a divine, because the things that we have learned here from yesterday to today, they are not the things that you can see from the secular world, because it's involving faith and your conviction about meeting people need in your sphere of contact. Today, I've learned so much, and there are opportunities over 1,001 around me that I'm going back to face up if I live here. So I know by this time next year, there will be a mind-blowing testimony for me to come back and share what I'm able to achieve in participating in this program. Big thank you to Love World Commerce Forum Department. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I would like that everyone speaks that same way. Speak it with the faith that you have, that at this time next year, you will be entirely different. You'll be in an entirely different place as a business person, as an entrepreneur, as a founder, whatever dreams that you currently have. Please, can we have a bit more of the headphones? I think people still need one or two. Yes, let's hear from him. Just two more people, and then we need to move on.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. Before I came into this room today, I understand that business owners and entrepreneurs are the same. But when I get into this room, I understand they are not the same, right? Because as an entrepreneur, what I got that you have to have value, or you add to the community where you are. So you need to create value. When you create value, then you are able to solve problem in that community. That's what I got there. And also understand that you also have to have faith in what you do, because it's not enough to say I want to do this, and or the other time you'll be so scared. Should I do this? Is it going to work? But when you have faith in you, faith causes you to do. Faith is a noun thing, so it pushes you there. It makes you to do that thing right now and at this moment. So that's one of the things I also catch in the aspect of faith and there. So it gives you the courage that you need, right? And secondly, the lady, I think the lady from the LBS said something. She said that if it does not work, maybe it is about where you are. Right? So sometimes when it brings me to the attention, you can be adding value, you can have value, you can be doing something great, but maybe where you are at the point is the problem, because you can be selling it in a place where you're not supposed to sell it. This is what calls for market research, where you research my product, is this going to add value in where I am? So when you get that, you can now know where to sell your product. You understand? So this is what I got. So thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much. It sounded like you need to be on stage as well as one of our speakers very soon. Thank you, Mr. Lecturer, for your kind words. Thank you very much. We are out of time to take those responses, but I just want to once again remind everyone, please remember to visit any of the exhibition booths behind, speak with them, interact with them, find out what they have to sell or what they're offering. Find out more about their products. If you need headsets, please put your hands up. If you still haven't gotten a headset, well, you won't be able to hear me saying this, but if you know someone who needs a headset, please ask them to put their hands up. Yes. And since they can't hear us yet, let's play a quick game. Anybody around you without a headset, let's 5 people give them a handshake. They won't know what's going on. Let 5 people randomly give them a handshake. They won't understand what's going on. Anybody you see without a headset. All right. Let's have the everyone without a. Please put your hands up if you need one of these. Put your hands up, okay? We need everyone to have one so that we can start the next session. Or still a couple of hands up. Please, this way, in the middle of the hall, please. All right, this way, please. All right, thank you very much. Are we ready for our next session? If we are ready for our next session, can we please make some noise? Yeah, those without headphones still don't know what's going on. I feel sorry for them. All right. Yeah, they're going to come to you. I want everyone to have one so you don't miss out on anything before we kick off with the next session. I think all the way to the extreme, well, my extreme left. There's still a couple of them coming, so be patient. What we're having next is a very beautiful panel session. For those who have been thinking, I want to create something that goes beyond just selling in Lagos. Yeah, I probably even want to go beyond selling my product in Nigeria. I want to take it outside Nigeria. I want to go, outside the continent. I want to go all across the world. This next session is for you, and it is titled Building Global Brands from Local Values. Again, did you hear that? Building global brands from local values. So please join me as I welcome one of the panelists, the CEO, Bamboo, who will be joining virtually. Can we confirm that we're good? The IT team, okay? Please, let's put our hands together for Richmond Bassi. A round of applause, please. Thank you very much. And also, help me welcome the CEO, Seller, Douglas Kendison. A round of applause for him as he makes his way on stage. You're very welcome, Douglas. Also join me and welcome the co-founder and CMO PiggyVest, ladies and gentlemen, Joshua Chibueze. A round of applause for him. Keep those hands clapping until he gets on stage. Thank you very much. This session is going to be moderated by the founder, Your Personal Finance Girl, YPFG. A round of applause for Oluchukwu Chiadika. Please keep those hands clapping for her. Thank you very much. And ladies and gentlemen, I would like that you please enjoy this very, very interesting panel session. Thank you very much.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Okay, I can't hear, but I'm sure you will hear me. Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. I'm super delighted to be here. Thank you to the organizing team for bringing this conversation together. I'd like to confirm that Richmond is with us. I can't hear your voice. Did you send it? Okay, so he's not audible yet.
All right, just go on.
Okay, so
we'll notify you when he...
Please let me know when you're in. Okay, so I have a question for everyone, and since we have headphones on, I'd love us to signify that by the raise of hand. How many of us here believe that it is possible to build from where we are right now, from Nigeria, and go global? How many of us believe that? By the raise of hand? I do. Thank you. My next question is, how many of us here have been able to purchase something either locally or globally in the last 1 week, either in Nigeria or you bought something online from a global brand? Please show by the raise of hand. Thank you very much. So today's conversation is going to be how we can build locally and literally go global. And with me, I have three distinguished speakers that have already been introduced. We have Richmond of Bamboo, we have Douglas of Seller, and we have Josh of PiggyVest. So I like to say these are three different companies that I've used over the past couple of years. And I can tell you for a fact that they have audiences all over the world. So I'll go ahead to start with a very, very simple question for all the speakers, starting from Josh of PiggyVest, right? So I know for a fact that the Nigerian market is quite peculiar because I work in marketing and sometimes it's usually funny. So how exactly does understanding your consumer, your audience, how important is it to you being able to...
He is on now.
Oh, yeah, I can see him. I can see him. So hi, Richmond. Can you go ahead and say hello?
Hi, hello.
Yes.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much. So I was going to ask a question. You're going to join in at this rate. So I was going to ask Josh that how important is it for us, or if you want to build globally, to understand your market, especially that for the fact that Africans are quite different compared to when you're building globally. So Josh, please can you go ahead?
Hi everyone, good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be here.
Before you think of building globally, I think you have to start local, right? And in starting local, you have to understand a lot of things about the local market. One of the most important things, especially for the Nigerian market, is the cultural context. All right. I like to say Nigeria is a very experienced market, right? We're the ones that have gone through all the bad things, right? So before you can sell to a Nigerian, you have to really be providing real value, right? Globally, you can compete on features, but here in Nigeria, they can just use you because they like how you speak to them. As simple as that, right? So in the beginning, when we started, for instance, when we started Piggyverse in 2016, we needed to understand how Nigerians approached savings and investments, right? Savings, because that's what we started with. What were the cultural contexts that existed at the time? People were willing to, for instance, spend money to buy a wooden box, save, and then break it after some time, and then do the same process all over again. Or they were willing to, for instance, go to another bank and open a new account just so they will not collect an ATM card for that account just because they wanted to save, right? Or another option was they'll probably just do a Ajo or a Susu or whatever it was, right? So those were the three things that helped Nigerians save, right? And what we're building was pretty much an alternative way to save. So it was important to understand that Nigerians are people who, they don't mind spending money to save, right? So that's how we built the model. The model we launched with in 2016 was a model that had never been done before, right? Even companies abroad who were doing digital savings did not operate that kind of model. And the model was very simple. We would help you save periodically, daily, weekly, monthly, and after 3 months, we give you your money back. But if you want the money before 3 months, we charge you a penalty on your capital. That was something that was never done before, but we did that because we understood that Nigerians were willing to spend money so they could save. So there was nothing that was helping people actually save, right? So that's how we designed that model. So I think before you can, like I said, before you can build globally, you have to understand the local context. If we're taking Piggyverse to another country now, the rules will be different because there's a cultural context that applies to that particular country, right? So I'd say, start local, but understand cultural context. It really, really helps.
Thank you. Hi, Richmond. Would you like to add to that?
Hi, I hope everyone can hear me. Yes, I think I agree with a lot of what Joshua has said. Something that's also important to note, I think, is giving as well, all that the internet has done and all that, the experience of our ecosystem up until this point. Something that is also very, very possible, especially if you can pull it off, is you can actually also, in addition, build for the global markets. There are many companies right now that are from Nigeria, locally here, and are targeting, the global market, and that's something that's possible to do. Again, we're here to discuss, the details of how that is possible. So whether you're starting local and going global, or you're based local and you want to build, for the global market, these are all things that are possible given our current ecosystem and what's possible, today.
Thank you. Hi, Douglas. You're the only one not doing money, so would you like to? You don't have a mic. Okay, here. Go ahead and continue.
So the thing about software for us is, I think, honestly, my answer wouldn't differ from what Josh has said, which is, we as Nigerians, we have the way in which we operate. And for a lot of people, whether it's like selling their ebooks, so we are a digital platform called Seller for selling digital products, ebooks, courses, trainings. And I think for a lot of these people, they had their own way of doing this before now. And it is just, so e.g., when you launch software internationally, people do their subscriptions. And I think when we launched in 2016, it was just very important to us that, like, at the time and where we are, A Nigerian is not going to give you like 10K to use your software every month, at least at that time. And I think it was very important to keep the ambition of trying to have like a $10,000 MRR every month from, say, subscriptions business. But I think at the end of the day and over the years, as the market appreciates, you learn, like people get comfortable doing more different things and things change. But you have to keep the local context as before you try to apply all the things you read in a book or you watched on YouTube.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you so much for that contribution. So I'm going to ask my next question, picking from what Josh had said around how somebody could just decide to use your product because they like how you speak, right? So let's talk about values. How exactly does value guide your decision? Like, what does it mean to you and your business, and how does that also impact you going about? I'd like Richmond to go first. Okay, so I was asking, like, how does that impact your decisions? How does that guide you as a company on how you're building? Yes.
I think that's a very fundamental part of what you need to think about when you want to build, especially build for the global markets. There are standards, right? At first, you have to think about designing for a global standard. A product or service that is going to compete globally has to be made to be able to thrive in a global marketplace. And there are global standards that you have to meet. There are standards of trust, for example. If you want to be able to ensure that your product is trusted in the market, right? How do you want to think about, how you want to design this product, architect this product, and that forms, the basis of what the value system for building is. For example, at Bamboo, when we started, we wanted to be, perceived because, like Joshua said earlier, we operate in a very low trust environment with financial services. You need to figure out how to communicate trust to your customers. One of the things that we thought about was how do we do that without even saying a word? How do you experience our product or experience our brand and already feel like you're experiencing something that you could invest serious money with? Because we're not going to, it was a digital product, you're not necessarily walking into a bank or walking to an investment house. But we wanted to invest in US stocks. You wanted to be able to do so in a way that you could, release significant amounts of monies to do so. And we had to design a matrix. We said, what is a matrix? We wanted to design a matrix for what the pillars should be for trust, that would signal trust. What would that be? One of the important things was we had to have really good customer service, right? If you were interacting with the brand, you needed to have your questions answered. You needed to feel like, you could trust us because you interacted with us and any questions you had got answered as quickly as possible. Second, and the most important thing for us was we had to have really good user interface and user experience because we wanted the platform to look, luxurious, look like something that, you would want to invest your money with. And I wanted it to be also priced appropriately. And so those were the pillars that, that formed how we went about designing the product and designing what Bamboo was going to look like. So having values, as the foundation of your service or the product and thinking about what those values are, thinking about your customers, understanding their context, understanding what you need to do to ensure that your product, communicates what it needs to communicate to be able to generate the demand that it needs to generate to be a thriving business and build that and bake that into your product from day one is super important.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that answer. You've literally moved us into another part where I would love to talk about, and I'll be calling Josh and Douglas into this. So yesterday I was walking around my business and then someone saw me with Stella Tote Bag. I was asking, please, how can I join this platform? I've been trying to, but I don't know how to go about it. And then I saw it from a place of, okay, this person wants to understand better, but they want somebody that they can actually trust to walk them through. And then for Piggyverse, you were talking about people's money here. They're like, I don't know where your office is. How am I supposed to just leave my millions or thousands? You're not like a regular bank. How have these different businesses been able to build trust? Because I think Richmond has shared a bit of that already. So I'd like Josh to go first, with users, with regulations, and all of that.
Okay. Interestingly, I just wrote an article about how we're able to build trust, and I'm publishing that later today. But I'll just talk about maybe two things. Nigeria is a very low trust environment, no doubt, and the product itself has to make sense, right? But also, I always say that the service you design around the product is what matters the most, right? So everyone can offer a savings platform. Everyone can offer an investment platform. But the service around the product is what differentiates one company from another, right? In the beginning, we were literally one of the first, if not the first in the market, right? And we were digital first. People had all these other options. People had their banks. You could literally walk down the road and you see a bank branch, and we're coming with, download an app and start saving. We needed to do a lot more to get people to continue to trust us. First things first, when you make a promise as a business, when you say, come save with us, I'll give you X percentage, and if you need your money on so time, I'll give it to you at that time. The best thing you can do as a business is fulfill that promise. That's the number one thing you must do. If you tell customers that you will deliver a cake in 24 hours, make sure you always deliver that cake within 24 hours. As much as possible, try to do it in less time. So as a business, once you're fulfilling your promise, you start to earn trust. When you do it consistently over time, you start to increase that trust. So a lot of people started with us in the beginning. They're probably saving 10K, 20K, but they've been using us for quite some time, and they continue to build on that trust. Another thing we did, again, was something we called Open House, which I actually wrote about, right? So Open House was our strategy to pretty much bring the bank branch to our users. We didn't have the luxury of finances or resources rather, to own multiple branches where our users could walk in and do transactions, do all sorts of things. But we wanted to feel very accessible to our users. We wanted to feel seen. We wanted to understand their pain points, right? We wanted to make them hear us. So we did something in 2017 where we called our users like this into a room, and we're just telling them about the product, listening to their feedback, taking their suggestions, and we continue to build on that. I just fast forward to this year. This year we did open houses in 5 different cities in Nigeria, and next year we're going to do in more cities. So basically, you have to design, like you have to do it your own way. Literally, building trust is hard, but simple, honest communication, being transparent, making your product feel very human, making it feel very accessible, all of those things help, build trust along the way.
Thank you. Douglas, you like to?
Sure. So our approach with this is also similar, but I would say for the kind of people we served at the time, so I would say we served a lot of creators, we served a lot of people selling digital products. One of the things that a lot of people didn't have, and I'll just put it as, there was just no platform doing this. And for us, growing trust in our users was a very transactional relationship of they ask for something and we give it to them. And that process of asking for things, understanding what they need, giving it to them over and over again, they trust that hey, we are the platform to do this with. And so I think while there are, of course, many other different approaches to building trust, trust again it is just a very incremental relationship where, and you do the increments based on whatever it is your customers will appreciate or want. So that's, I guess, our approach to this.
Thank you so much for sharing that. So, because I work in marketing, my next question is very, very particular to Richmond and then to Josh. This is because consumer behavior in our country, you can tell people to do A, they'll go ahead and do B. Because I don't know, I just don't know. So how have you both or your companies, have you been able to navigate through using this unique consumer behavior that we have in Nigeria, then Africa, to every other part of the country or the world that you guys are operating in, to use this as an edge to win locally and then now use that as an insight for the future? Which one would you like to go? Okay, Josh. Okay.
Just go.
Okay, so your question was around consumer behavior and
Yeah.
how it has helped us grow and what the future looks like, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Consumer behavior in Nigeria is it's very interesting. There are a lot of insights, right? When we started to, so for instance, when you start to see what your active user ratio from what your registered number of users ratio looks like, then you start to understand what the real market looks like, right? And it now starts to help you design the kinds of customers that you want to attract, right? And we're very, very deliberate about that. But also, it ties back to the mission, right? For us, we want to democratize savings and investments, make it accessible to everybody. But in making this accessible to everyone, not everyone can actually afford, to save or invest. So you have to think through how they go about their daily lives. You have to think through how they do certain things, right? So, and for us, let me just go straight into what the future looks like, and then I'll come back. When you make it big in life, for instance, you have to hire like a financial advisor to help you plan your finances. You have to help to plan, the financial advisor will tell you, okay, you need to invest X amount in real estate, do all this, do all that. I think from when you leave school to when you make that big break, there's nothing that actually helps you, like before PiggyVest, for instance, there's nothing that actually helps you manage and plan your funds. So people were pretty much left to do the planning and the managing themselves, right? So we pretty much set out to do that. And that's what takes me into the future, for instance, right? So today we started with savings, investments. Now we've gone into payments because we want to understand not just how you save money and how you invest money, because we also want to understand how you spend money, so that at the end of the day, in future, we can pretty much advise you properly on how to separate your finances, right? So Nigeria is a very interesting market, for instance. So I would not, for instance, give you loans on PiggyVest because I'm trying to help you build your wealth over time, right? I will not give you a debit card for your PiggyVest account because I'm trying to help you build wealth. I don't want you to spend money from your PiggyVest account. I'd rather give you a debit card on your pocket app, right? So you have to think through what your mission is and how you're approaching every, product strategy decision you make along the way. Nigeria is very interesting, but it's workable.
Okay, thank you. So I'm going to ask my next question. I'm pretty sure I'll be asking questions that somebody in the audience currently has. So in terms of building, expanding, going into other countries, there are regulatory rules, compliance, growth. In fact, let's even talk about the fact that you have to spend money. How exactly did Bamboo navigate this? So for one, your ad lives rent-free in my head, right? And you guys had to rename a product. So how are you able to walk through compliance, regulation, users for the challenges part, though, not the good part, because we also need to know the other side of things aside the rosy part.
Okay, thank you so much. How were we able to do it? I think on the compliance and regulatory side of things, the good thing is we've had an interesting story, and if you've been following our journey, you would see that when we got started, I think about 2 or 3 years into our story, we had a regulatory run-in with the SEC in Nigeria, and that was just because what we're doing at the time was really not necessarily covered under any contemplated regulation. And there needed to be some sort of the regulation needed to evolve to be able to accommodate or contemplate Nigerians investing at scale, not just in the local market, but outside the local market, and what the controls should look like. The way we have approached it, especially from the beginning, has been to partnerships with the regulator. We see and view our regulators as our partners, right? Because we are not bad actors in the market. Regulators are there to protect the market from bad actors, to safeguard investor protection. What we did was to really approach the regulators and have conversations. I remember before we got started, we had meetings in the SEC to say, hey, we've now made it possible that as a Nigerian, in less than 3 minutes, you can open a brokerage account in the US stock market and fund that account almost immediately and begin to buy stocks and assets in the US stock market. And it was almost unbelievable. And the feedback was, okay, go and start, let's see, and see how that goes. And then we got started and things moved very quickly. And then there was now this regulatory running where we needed to come under the regulators to report to them and so that they can understand our business. And the good thing with that type of engagement, again, we engaged when that happened and we're able to come up with, a regulatory cover or a new regulation in the Nigerian market that now is a regulation that if you are going to be a digital broker serving the market, you can get that license. So in terms of the engagement, we were not able to produce a sub-broker license that did not exist in the Nigerian market before. And now, if you are going to, function within our type of business, you get that license. And that's what regulatory partnership or regulatory engagement between regulators and operators can produce, right? And we look at it from that lens. We think that if you want to be successful, given financial services, running a financial services business, understanding that the regulators are your partners, you want to have, good communication, a good relationship with your regulators, because they want to understand the business, they want to be able to protect customers, they want to be able to support you. And that's the lens from which we look at it. I think that's been very positive for us in terms of helping and supporting our business grow. You mentioned Misan, by Bamboo. We had a remittance product that we launched, and it was called Coins by Bamboo, really, trying to help Africans in diaspora trying to also invest back home to be able to access the local markets here. Because what we have done is not only have we made it possible for you to invest abroad as a Nigerian, we've also made it possible to be able to invest in the Nigerian stock market in a very seamless and easy way. And we started seeing a lot of diasporans, Nigerians that live in diaspora, try to access that product. But the biggest first roadblock, again, that they had was moving money into the country. So we needed to launch something that solved that, especially if you're going to be trying to invest, that solved it in a way that you don't pay all the high fees and it's not as expensive to do so if your intention is to move money back home. So we launched that product. We got into, again, another regulatory issue where coins sounded very crypto-ish, and the central bank didn't like that, and we had to move from coins to Misan immediately. Again, interaction, communication with your regulators allow you to understand where they have issues, allows you to be able to now pivot your business or move your business in the direction that it should go.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That was such an insightful one. So at this point, we're running out of time. Do we have anybody? Just one question. You didn't even allow me even talk. You've already raised up your hand. Okay, we can take your question. Just one question. Please make it very brief and direct it to the person you would love to answer the question to.
Okay.
Thank you.
My name is Badamos Mandela. Thank you for this platform. Okay, concerning the financial regulatories or regulators, my question is, apart from registering with these regulators, do we still have any extra effort to establish the relationship with them? How do I, for instance, in Nigeria, we talk about Scrum, the CAC. In order not to interfere with their policies, what else can I do? Maybe I want to bring in a new policy in my business or a company. What do I do? How do I establish that relationship with them, aside from registering with them? Thank you.
Who would you like to answer the question?
I think the last man that spoke.
Okay, so that will be Josh. Okay, the last man that spoke. Sorry, that will be Richmond.
Okay, thank you very much for the question. So most of what you might want to do for your business, and I'm not exactly sure what your business is, would probably be covered by a regulatory body in the country already. So if you're trying to register your business, the CAC, if you need to operate in the financial services sector, the SEC, in the payments, CBN. So there's already laid down regulation that covers most of what you might be contemplating to do. However, if as our market is very innovative, if you have groundbreaking ideas and things that you want to do and operate in the market and moves the market forward or makes it deeper in some way, shape, or form, I'm aware that regulators set up regulatory sandboxes that you can engage. For example, the SEC has regulatory sandboxes that you can engage and start working on your product within the ambit of that regulatory sandbox that allows, again, the regulators to understand what you want to do, understand the value that you're trying to create in the market, understand potential risks, be able to advise you. And I can say that our regulators are very innovative, they are very pro-innovation, and they want to engage. So if you have such ideas, I would advise that you reach out to, maybe visit the office in Abuja, or you go on their website and get all the information about their regulatory sandboxes that can allow you work on stuff that may not be necessarily covered under existing policy.
Yeah, thank you so much. And thank you to everyone who has listened intently and taken one or two out of this. So I would like to have the speakers, just in 30 seconds, please, just say your final words to encourage any entrepreneur in this room right now, probably listening to the recording, on what they can do to go from local to global. 30 seconds. Douglas, please go ahead.
Start from where you are. So, and to be honest, that really just differs with the kind of resources that you have. If you have like $10 million, I guess start from where you are and hit like 10 markets at the same time. If you don't have the money, start from where you are. Start from the city that you're in, whether you're in Lagos, whether you're in Ibadan. Like, you want to start from where you are and try to grow that. Because the thing is, when you do that over a period of time, you build your own strength, you build your own expertise, and that's the same expertise that will also just guide as you scale globally. So that would be my recommendation here.
Thank you so much. Josh, do you have something? 30 seconds.
Yeah, so I see a lot of people trying to build solutions looking for problems, right? I'd say identify a problem and then build for it. So many people are building so many things, but there's so much noise out there. You want to immediately stand out. It lowers how much you're going to spend to push the product if your product is originally innovative, right? As much as possible, try and stand out with whatever product you're bringing to market. It helps. The world would thank you for it, right? But I know, as Douglas said, start. But I'm just adding that make sure it's as innovative as possible.
Thank you so much. Richmond, do you have something to add?
I think the final thing I would add is, in addition to what everyone has said, is you're building for the world. You need to talk to the world. You need to position yourself as a thought leader, position your brand as a thought leader. The internet thrives on data. Social media thrives on data. And that's an important thing, to be able to generate demand for a global product that you've conceived. So very important, storytelling, very important, your unique voice, finding your unique voice and speaking as a thought leader in your space.
Thank you so much. Please, can we give, I'm not sure, but yeah, you can give them a round of applause. We've come to the end of this particular session. It was a pleasure hosting it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please remain on stage, as is our tradition. Can we please put our hands together for them once again? Thank you very much. Bamboo, Piggy Vest. Congratulations and thank you also. And quick pictures with the convener. Thank you very much, and thanks to the convener once again. We've stressed high a lot too. These periodic pictures that we keep calling out to come and take and present the awards. We've been stressing our convener too much. Please. Anyway, that was very inspiring, and mostly because we've heard of these brands, the Bamboos, the Piggy Vests, the Kudas, the Paralex banks. And I think it's important, seeing the people behind these brands, so you can realize that these people are human as well, and these things are possible. And it could be you tomorrow, whatever it is that you have in mind as a plan, as a solution that you want to, share with the world. You could be the one on stage at this time next year or in the next couple of years because of a solution that you also have provided and that is serving not just Nigeria, but the rest of Africa or even the rest of the world. So let's look forward to celebrating one of you. Can I hear an amen to that? Thank you very much. All right. Our friends at the Begin will be coming up on stage next. But to handle the entirety of that conversation, I'm going to be inviting forward someone whose voice is deeper than mine. He's also an ex-broadcaster. Please, let's make welcome Samuel Uju. A round of applause for him, please. Thank you very much.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I do not know why Osarage had to do that. I do not know why. When he said my voice is deeper than his, I do not know if that's accurate. But like he said, all the way through yesterday, while the conversations were going on down here, at the gallery there was serious business going on. The gallery set up as the deal room at this edition of the Love World Trade and Investment Forum 2025. The deal room was that room where from over 50 SBOs meaning strategic business outfits, SBOs going through intense grilling and screening. 12 of them, all through yesterday and eventually concluding today, battled for that business outfit that will find a place in the top three eligible for grants worth, in first place, 10,000 SPs. In second place, if you know the worth of SPs, you know that's quite a ton of financial assistance. First place, 10,000 SPs. In second place, grant worth 8,000 SPs. Please put your hands together for the Love World Nation. That's not an easy feet at all. And then in third place, we have 7,000 SPs. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's well deserving. So 12 of them have been trimmed down to 5. So now we have the top 5 semi-finalists who will grace this stage to battle for a place in the final 3. Ladies and gentlemen, if your hands are not too busy, I will be announcing the top 5 winners, the 5 SBOs who have made it to the semi-finals in no particular order. First up, we have Obehi Oyakilome Izeko with a business Tommy's Choice. Please put your hands together. In the top 5, we have Obehi Oyakilome Izeko. Next up in the top 5, we have, representing Mechanic Africa Technologies Limited, Aswama Patrick. Please, a round of applause for him. Patrick Aswama, representing Mechanic Africa Technologies Limited. Next up in the top 5 category, we have, representing Lena Technologies Limited, Danny Ombe. A round of applause for him. In a short moment, you will see the stuff they are made of. In a short moment. Next up on the list, in the top 5 category, representing Johnson D Energies Limited, we have Daberechi Johnson. Please, a round of applause for him. Daberechi Johnson. And then last but definitely not the least, representing Vine Cross Technologies Limited, we have Efosa Igodaru. Please, a round of applause for him. So in the top 5, we have the 5 businesses: Johnson D Energies, we have Lena Technologies, we have Mechanic Africa Technologies Limited, we have Vine Cross Technologies, and the only business that's not in the technology category, but definitely aims to improve its business with technology, is Tommy's Choice. Shortly, you will find out what they all are up to. To make sure that this process was credible, fair, and transparent, the Begin and Lift Partnership selected an esteemed panel of judges, seasoned individuals who have proven their worth in diverse fields of endeavor. And at this time, for this pitch finale, I will be bringing up stage the judges who today will be judging this semi-final. And if your hands are not too busy, as I invite them up stage, please jam them together, because I can tell you for free, I was at the process from the very beginning up until now, and I can tell you that these are seasoned individuals, carefully selected, and who have done just what they were commissioned to do. In no particular order, I would like to start with a delectable woman who refuses to age. Somebody said, Well, when you see her, you would know I meant what I said. Her name, ladies and gentlemen, is Kelechi Umba. Please, with a robust round of applause, as I take her profile, please make welcome Kelechi Umba off stage as one of the judges for the semi-final. Please put those hands together until she gets on stage. And now I will take her profile just so you know exactly who this woman is and why she qualifies to be on this panel. Kelechi Umba, FIMC, CMC, is a seasoned C-level executive with over 18 years of multi-industry experience across telecommunications, media, BPO, consulting, and technology. She currently serves as Chief of Staff to the Chairman at Signal Alliance Technology Holdings, SATH, a leading African technology group with businesses in consulting, cloud, cybersecurity, business applications, and venture building. In her role, she supports the chairman's strategic vision, drives operational alignment, and oversees performance across the group's subsidiaries in Africa and the Middle East. Kelechi's career spans Fortune 500 corporations, Pan-African enterprises, and high-growth startups. She has built a reputation as a growth specialist with expertise in marketing, product development, and business expansion. She has led go-to-market, she deserves a round of applause. She has led go-to-market strategies for over 100 startups in the BPO sector, accelerated Microsoft's SMB cloud adoption program, and spearheaded fintech launches that expanded agent networks by over 80% within 3 months, contributing to a $3 million early stage funding round. A $3 million funding round for early stage businesses. She later served as Director of Strategy and Business Growth for another fintech venture recognized by Business Day as a high growth company. Guided by her passion for justice and ethical leadership, Kelechi is an accredited mediator with the Lagos Multi-Door Courthouse and trained in copyright law through Harvard Law School and the Berkman Klein Center. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you'll agree with me that she is highly qualified to sit on this panel of judges. Next on the panel of judges is Arthur Nkeme, a veteran SME financing expert and head of SMEs at Wema Bank. Please, a round of applause for Arthur Nkeme. He has decades under his belt, decades of helping small businesses access capital and scale sustainably. And our next judge is Olubomi Kole Dawodu, a national MSME strategist with more than 20 years shaping Nigeria's entrepreneurship ecosystem and training thousands of founders through global development programs. He's highly qualified to be on this panel because he offers founders practical, evidence-based guidance to build resilient businesses. And coming up to also join them, we have Dr. Olori Boye Ajayi. A round of applause for her, please. A leading voice in African trade innovation, investment facilitation, and women's economic empowerment with nearly 15 years shaping continental trade policies. She's managing partner of Borderless Trade and Investments and has mobilized over $1 billion for infrastructure development and more than $5 billion for MSME growth, impacting 100,000 entrepreneurs across Africa. Please, a round of applause for Dr. Olori Boye Ajayi. And those will be the 4 judges who will judge this SME pitch finale. Once again, it's the Love World Trade and Investment Forum. And what we're bringing to you at this moment is the battle for the top 3 finalists. First up on the stage, within a space of 5 minutes, to pitch for a place in the top 3. Ladies and gentlemen, make welcome Mechanic Africa Technology Limited, represented by Patrick Aswama. A round of applause for him, please, as he comes forward to vie for a place in the final 3. And a quick run through the modalities. Each contestant will have 5 minutes to pitch their businesses. And after those 5 minutes, our judges will reach a unanimous agreement as to who will ask the questions. So we have 1 judge per pitch asking the questions. 5 minutes for the timer, please. 5 minutes. Your time starts now.
Can you restart the time? The mic did not work. Please, can you restart the time? Thank you. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Patrick Aswama. I'm the founder of Mechanic Africa Technology Service Limited. Basically, what is Mechanic Africa doing? We're actually solving the problem of trust, convenience, and affordability in the auto repair market in Africa. And if I ask everybody that is here, if you have a car, how many of you trust your mechanic? If you trust your mechanic very well, let me see your hand up. You see there is a problem in that ecosystem. So we actually, Mechanic Africa is actually developed to solve that problem. How are we solving this problem? We are solving this problem with our technology infrastructure that is developed and designed to make you interact. Hello? If you can hear me, can you? Okay, thank you. You know, we are solving this problem with our technology infrastructure that is designed to help you interact with your car well by having access to repair service, maintenance, and also anything that has to do with automobile after-sales service. And now, in Africa as a whole, we all know that just very few countries produce cars. 75% of the cars that come into Nigeria, another part of Africa, are fairly used cars. So imagine the cost of maintenance, the cost of repairs, and if you look around, you will see a fragmented workshop or mechanics everywhere who are basically unskilled, you know, and most time when you take your car to the mechanics workshop, they'll tell you, they'll give you a particular time, come today, come tomorrow, and most of the time, because you don't even trust them, you have to wait at the mechanic workshop for that car to be fixed before you actually maybe take it up or go to wherever you are doing. So basically, Mechanic Africa is here to solve that problem, that key pain point of trust, affordability, and convenience. The pain point of unskilled, unlimited skill technicians, the pain point of poor customer service, the pain point of lack of transparency in pricing. And how are we solving this problem? We are solving this problem with 3 different ways. First is we have a mechanic hailing app that help us aggregate, you know, workshops that are verified, that are satisfied, and that are trained based on our onboarding criteria. Then also, what can it help you to do? It helps you to make requests, emergency services. You can also request for your vehicle license or renewal and a lot on the app. Then the same time is we are also building a network of automobile repair chain store in Africa. So what it means, just like your Uber, that when you request for a services, you know, it actually link you up to a particular rider that is close to your location. So that is the same thing that we are building, that we are currently developing. Then the market strategy that we are using to enter this market is very simple. We're starting with a freemium product. We actually launched on the 31st of October this year. When we launch, currently have about 10 customers on our 10 customers who have actually signed up. And out of those 10, 3 of them have actually made payment. We've currently onboarded 5 auto workshops, 2 on the island and 3 on the mainland. And we are currently growing that. So our plan is, once we are able to get this grant, we want to onboard 500 workshop in Nigeria. And when I say 500 workshop, we are looking at the first primary cities like Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, Kano, Kaduna, then the secondary cities like Ibadan, Ogun State, and the like. So when we are able to get this grant, what would the grant help us to do? We also, the grant, 50% of the grant is going to go into our infrastructure development and operation. So we need to hire maybe a sales executive, we need to hire people that can help us, you know, spread this market. 20% of the money is going to go into branding and marketing. Why 10% will be for product development? The remaining 10% will basically be for equipment. So Mechanic Africa is here to solve that problem of trust, that problem of convenience, and that problem of affordability. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Quickly. Thank you very much. Our judges can now ask the question. One question from the judges in 1 minute.
Okay, thank you so much for running us through this. I took a few notes while you were talking, but my major concern is how you're going to pull this market, right? You want, you know, a lot of. Okay, so let me ask: how many have you onboarded on your platform? How many people have you onboarded on your platform at the moment?
We've onboarded 10 customers. We've onboarded 5 auto workshops as well. And out of those 10 customers, 3 of them have actually made payment, which we've actually executed the job for them.
Okay, so where do you see this business in the next 2 years?
Okay, in the next 2 years, we should be in 3 African countries because every 6 months, we already have a marketing strategy and growth plan. Every 6 months, we have the target to onboard all the primary and secondary cities, which is 10 in Nigeria. Then the next 6 months, we intend to branch into Ghana. And all these countries that we are going into...
Apologies, time's up. Thank you very much. Please, a round of applause for Patrick Aswama, Mechanic Africa Technology Limited. And coming up right next to defend himself, to present his speech for a place in the top 3, I'm calling Obehi Oyakilome Iseko for Tommy's Choice. A round of applause for him. He has 5 minutes to pitch, and we have one question from the judges in 1 minute.
Good afternoon, everyone. Standing on the existing protocols, my name is Emmanuel Spread Okereke, and I'm the head of operations at Tommy's Choice Limited. And I'm here to talk to you about Tommy's Choice. Tommy's Choice is a healthy, focused restaurant brand that offers healthy eating among young people. We offer healthy eating among young people. Our target is the young people between the age of 18 to 25 years old. The problem that brought us here is that the research has proven that young people in Lagos, for example, we have 22.4% of these young people having stunted growth, 17% of them are thin, and 10% are overweight. So this leads to a desire among young people looking for where to get healthier food, not just healthier food, but very more affordable food that is accessible to them. So that is where Tommy's Choice comes in, offering solutions like creating, making this food, making healthy food available for them, and creating a vibrant hangout for them, and providing digital platforms that enables them to get this food easily. Then why now? Why we are doing this is because the global market is valued at the rate of $1 trillion. And there's a shift in the minds of young people in the area of wellness. So everyone wants healthy food, and you can't just get healthy food everywhere. The dining opportunity to get healthy food is limited. Looking at what is happening in our society today, the man of God has told us to avoid GMOs, that we should avoid products with glutamate, monosodium glutamate, fluorides. So this is where Tommy's Choice comes in. So when you think about healthy food, think Tommy's Choice. So we make our food available to you without these products that the man of God has exposed us that are unhealthy to the body. The market size in Lagos alone, the research has proven there is 24 million people, young people in Lagos, and there is a total addressable market of 9.6 million young people that has at least 45,000 naira in their account to spend on a healthy meal. And we have the service addressable market of 20% of these young people. There is the adoption rate, and we have 2%. There is the service obtainable market of these 2% of young people. So this 2% is what Tommy's Choice is looking out for. We want to take advantage of this 2%. Glory to God. Then we have the business model. Tommy's Choice, as an already existing business, we have 3 branches anyway. In less than 1 year, we have 3 operating branches now in 1 year. And we earn our revenue through ministry programs, dining, takeaways, and delivery systems, marketing majorly on King's Chart and other social media platforms like the likes of Instagram and TikTok, partnership with influencers, and we offer e-loyalty programs, glory to God. And our competitions, we compete with major fast food streams that lack what we have. For example, in Tommy's Choice, one of the reasons why we are different from other mainstreams fast food is because Tommy's Choice provide healthy meals. One, we use healthy ingredients in making our food. We go as far as making our own ingredients. The man of God say, eat salt. Salt is good. We eat salt. We cook with salt, because most of the other fast food, they've taken it away. That's the truth. And we make our own curry. We don't use steamed tomato. We make our own tomato paste. That's why I said when you think about healthy food, think about Tommy's Choice. So we are also different from them because in Tommy's Choice, we give room to incorporate other ministry brands, products, and services. Yes, in Tommy's Choice, you can get an Omnia water. In Tommy's Choice, you can pay with SPs. In Tommy's Choice, You can pay with SPs and we bank with the Powerless Bank. Then our team, we have an amazing, vibrant team members from the campus ministry. And the reason why we are asking for this money is because we need 50,000 SPs actually initially for this funding. We needed 50,000 SPs for expansion and renovation of our existing structures. We needed it for marketing and brand awareness. We needed it for menu innovation, equipment infrastructure, and talent hiring. And we have the intention to allocate...
30 seconds left.
All right, thank you so much, sir. We have the intention of allocating over 40% of these funds for expansion and renovation, 50% for marketing and brand awareness. We have the intention of using 50% for menu innovation, 15% for equipment, and 50% for hiring and training. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. A quick question from one of the judges.
Thank you so much, Tommy's Choice. My question is, because again, I think it's all about the numbers for me. What do your margins look like right now?
All right, thank you so much, Ma. So far, we've been able to reach over 20,000 young people as a business.
Sorry, I've been able to reach is not what I'm asking.
All right, Ma.
The books, how healthy is the business?
We for Tommy's Choice is a very profitable business. If it's not profitable, we can't have 3 branches in a year.
Yes, you can, but we'll address that another way. Okay, so, you know, I'll take it you've answered my question, but what I was really looking for is our margins look like maybe 30%, you know, of your overall revenue. What does...
It's actually 15%, ma'am.
15?
Yes, ma'am.
That's good, because that's a slight industry standard. So thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
We're moving on now to our next contestant. Please, a round of applause for Obehi Oyakilome Izeko. And without wasting time, the next contestant to pitch his business for a place in the top 3 is Efosa Igodaru, representing Vine Cross Technologies. A round of applause for him as he comes forward to defend his speech in 5 minutes. Efosa Igodaru, Vine Cross Technologies. Can we have the timer, please? Your time starts now.
Thank you, everyone, and petition to Reverend Dr. Reverend Chris Akilome, DSC, DD, and to our Honorable Sister Stephanie, the head of the Love World Commerce arm. My name is Dr. Efosa Igodaru, founder, CEO of CrossCoin Project, which is a global project started in the United States in 2017 and Nigeria in 2021. It has a cross blockchain, which is Africa's first smart contract layer blockchain. That is a blockchain that you can program tokens in there, create your own tokens as well. And also it's Nigeria's first blockchain. And we built Africa's first asset tokenization platform in 2021 of January called HashGrid. And then we also built our DEX, which is going to be called Nigerian Blockchain Exchange. The SEC allowed us to, fire that as the name. So we are the first blockchain company in Africa to be regulated by any SEC anywhere. And we have met all the share capital requirement, 1.5 billion naira. And also, we have $3.1 billion in tokenization pipeline. So what do we do? The problem is that when I was 4 years old, my dad was in the financial services market helping established companies to raise funds. And we had a lot of money. I grew up as a rich kid. Then election was annulled and everybody flew away. My dad went to the United States, year 95. And for the next 20 years, we're just on survival, food, education, healthcare. For the next 20 years, we missed out on global we missed out on all kinds of investment opportunities. Not only me, almost everybody in Nigeria are not owners of Nigeria. We're just residents. We don't own anything. Nobody here owns a cement factory, a refinery, a modular refinery, any large-scale agricultural asset, nothing. We're just residents. Chinese people are not owning our land. So I said, no, that must end. And I said, how can blockchain help the guys selling pure water on the road? And I said, okay, they can have access to early-stage investments. The companies right now that are regulated in non-blockchain stuff, they allow you to come in after IPO. That's after they've already become billionaires. I want every Nigerian to come in at the earliest stage. I want the guy who just finished secondary school, university, to be able to have 5 million naira and use that 5 million naira to pull 100 million naira from the capital markets. Because if you have whatever you have, you can raise 20 times on the capital market because of us, because of our work. So we have me and my team, and by the special grace of God and teaching from our man of God, Reverend Kito Akilome, we have altered the financial markets forever for Africa. I remember sitting with the SEC and I said, issuing house, NGX, registrar, all of them, they are not called hash grade primary market fees, and nobody said a word. They all agreed. So right now, that means that everybody can have access to early stage investments at the earliest stage. You can form capital, you can invest in early stage investments, and you can build wealth for the next 10 years. The global market for this is about $400 trillion when you calculate bonds, real estate, credit, and other kind of investments, luxury and stuff like that. The total addressable market is about 30 trillion, and the obtainable market is 5 trillion when I look at Nigeria alone. You might wonder why Nigeria. We're going to tokenize 10% of our mineral resources. I'm working with senators on that already, and also some investment banks as well. We have to tokenize 10% of our mineral resources because nobody will give us $10 billion, $20 billion as a loan. We're tired of that. No more slavery. We're going to unlock liquidity. Nigeria has at least $5 trillion in valued mineral resources under the ground. We're going to tokenize 10% of that, make it $500 billion, and have Nigeria have $500 billion without any interest payment on those. That's what is going to happen. So our goal is to also, I coined the term embedded tokenization. That means that everybody can be investing. When they are buying food, they invest. When they are hiring a plumber, whatever, they invest. When they are traveling, they invest. So I'm open to help people to build applications. If you're a startup, you don't have a product, we'll build it for you and we integrate that API
you have less than a minute.
All right. So now we charge 0.5% fees. So our solution is that, like I said, early stage assets, right? Developers have to borrow at 40% from the banks. It's 0.5% on hash grid. We have a 10% fee, which is where our margin comes in, and 20% of that is for the regulators and other people. The remaining one stays with us. Most of it stays with us because I'm CTO of the company as well. And so we reduce their borrowing costs or the access to capital from 40% to 0.5%. It can even be 0%. You pay us after you've raised your money. So we have made access to investment easy, open for everybody, and the next Nigeria of 10 years is going to be great. We're going to have $5 trillion on cross-blockchain, assets on cross-blockchain. That's what is going to happen. Thank you very much.
Over to our judges. I'd like to make a note that because we're trying to conserve time, it's perfectly okay if the judges don't have a comment or a feedback, so we can move on to the next contestant. But if we do, in 1 minute.
I'm not sure we have any question for you. I'm not sure. Thank you.
The round of applause for Efosai Godaro, pitch in his business, Vine Cross Technologies. And coming up right after him is Daberechi Johnson. Coming up to pitch his business, Johnson Denergies. A round of applause for him as he comes forward for the next 5 minutes to pitch his business for a place in the top 3, the final 3. Daberechi Johnson. Can we have Daberechi Johnson up stage, please? Ladies and gentlemen, Daberechi Johnson for Johnson Denergies. Your time starts now.
All right, sorry, before the time starts, because he was having a technical issues with my mic. I don't know if it's going to affect anything.
No, it won't affect anything, sir.
All right, thank you so very much. All right, good afternoon, everyone. I want to especially thank our man of God for this awesome initiative. That's the Love World Department of Commerce, and thank you so much, ma'am. Standing on all existing protocol. I am Engineer Johnson Daberechi, and I am a founder of Johnson D Energy. The company started basically because we wanted to make impact in our Nigerian economy, and the solar industry gave us the platform.
Please continue. You don't have to stop. Go
All right. So the solar industry gave us the platform. So far, we started out in 2024, officially registered in 2024, and since then, we've been able to install over 15 solar systems, both for commercial and residential buildings. So far, we've been able to, just this year alone, we were able to get in revenue, 22.5 million in revenue, and 18% of that amount in gross profit. We started out majorly to solve that energy problem. But within solving that energy problem of cutting down the energy cost of Nigerians, both in homes and commercial outfits, we discovered the problem that lots of Nigerians get into the solar investment without proper education. There is the pre-education before you install solar. There is the education you get during installation and post installation. But lots of Nigerians don't have that education, and which leads to lots of system failure. We have over 5 million already installed solar system, with 30 to 40% of that number having system failures. And that is why we are coming in with education. We want to educate people before they get to invest in solar. You don't just because a friend told you about it and you now get to install solar. For the investors here, I want to show you where the money is. In Nigeria alone, we have over 90 million homes and businesses that are still struggling with energy and with power. And that is why we want to come in and also help them cut down their energy costs and give them stable electricity, which will boost the economy of the nation. We're also looking at helping them understand the ROI, because lots of every solar product you bring into Nigeria or that you buy will definitely give you energy in the first 6 to 12 months. Some persons here can bear witness. If you're here and you're having some issues with your solar products, you can also reach out to me after this session, because I know lots of persons that still have some issues because either their solar systems are not properly sized or they are using substandard products. I want it cheap. I have seen a lesser price somewhere, but I tell people brand is king when it comes to solar. If you don't get the brands right, your solar would not work. It will not serve you the long period, and that is when the ROI kicks in. Solar repays itself in 3 to 4 years, and if your solar cannot last that long, you have defeated the purpose. You've just wasted investment. So you have to look out, and you can't know it if you're not properly guided. You can't know it if you're not properly educated. And that is why we are asking for the grant of 10,000 SPs to be able to set up our educational systems properly, hire more qualified staff that can also help to educate the clients more, and also acquire monitoring systems. When you are here seated and you can monitor what is going on with your inverter or your battery at home, it will be easier that you can rectify an issue even before the system fails. But without such monitoring systems, you will just be in the blind. And before I came here yesterday, I was at SpeedPay. SpeedPay is a fintech app. They had similar issue. What was the problem? Someone sold a substandard product to them, and the battery started failing. The person did not educate them properly on the...
Less than 60 seconds.
There is the electrolyte and there is also the distilled water. They were just using distilled water to maintain the battery, weakening the plates within the battery, and which has led to the batteries to fail. So we are basically in business to educate the clients before they make such investments. Thank you.
You have less than a minute to go. And he's done. He's done. Do we have any questions for him? Feedback or comments? None.
None from the judges.
Great. Thank you very much. Please, a round of applause for Daberechi Johnson. And coming right after him, the last but definitely not the least, we have coming to pitch his business, Lena Technologies, Danny Ombe. A round of applause for him as he pitches his business in 5 minutes.
Good afternoon, everyone. Really glad to be here. I want to thank the man of God for giving us the opportunity to be here and pitch our business. So before I start, I'll start with a really short story. When I was really young, I hated math. I was terrible at math. I tried everything. I just couldn't get any better at math. And I later went on to become an aerospace engineer, which is funny because I had to go back and relearn all the math I missed. So because I missed that foundational knowledge, I struggled with a lot of university level math. I had to go back to my secondary school math, my primary school math, just so I could compete with my peers. And now I want to start talking about the actual problem. Right now, 9 out of 10 African children struggle with basic math and literacy skills. And the bigger problem is by 2050, 50% of the world's children will be in Africa. If we don't solve this problem now, we risk having a population, a whole generation of children falling behind their peers globally and being unable to compete. So we built Learner. Learner is an AI-powered game that helps children get better at math and literacy. Now, other edtech tools exist. Most edtech tools use video and quizzes. The problem is these things don't catch children's natural attention. They get bored easily, they get distracted. So instead, we build games that children actually love. The type of games that they want to spend 1 hour or 2 hours playing. This way, the more they play, the more they learn. The more they learn, the better they become. And for our key features, we have the curriculum-aligned games. We also have an AI tutor behind the games. Now, this AI tutor is following every child's progress, making sure that every child is learning. So instead of giving every child the same thing, we know that different children have different problems. So the AI tutor is essentially making sure every child is learning what they need to learn, making sure nobody left behind. We also are in the process of building our offline infrastructure because we've seen that a lot of people in Africa and schools struggle with internet access. So we want to make sure we're able to reach every child. So regardless of the internet, regardless of who you are, you'll be able to use our products. We're also in the process of, we're also considering in the future adding Rhapsody content. So this way, even children that are trying to learn more about Christ can play our games and get involved in a very interactive way that makes sense to them. Now, thank you very much. Now, we launched in September, and we currently have 191 active users. Out of those active users, 56 of them are paying already. We also have 8 schools in our pipeline that are fully committed to onboarding their 964 students by January, taking us to about 36K in ARR by next year. And although we've only been live for about 2 months, the impact has been amazing. We've seen that children that play Learner for about 30 minutes daily, 4 times a week, meaning that they are practicing their maths 6 times more than before. And by solving this issue, we're not only solving the learning crisis of today, but we're also building the engineers of tomorrow. So we believe that our products won't only thank you very much. We believe that our products won't only let children learn more, but will also be providing economic prosperity for Africa in the future. Thank you.
Thank you. You know I love your product.
Thank you.
I could identify with it immediately you pitched. How would you measure success if Jesus tarries the next 5 years?
So for us, our number 1 star is impact. If we're able to reach enough... Hello, can you guys hear me? Okay. If we're able to reach enough children, we're planning to reach children across Africa, starting from Nigeria to Ghana to Kenya. If we're able to reach enough children and actually make sure they are improving in their studies by keeping them fully engaged in games, then we've won.
Thank you, Danny. Just a quick question on your numbers, right? How do you run your, in terms of your pipelines for making money? Where's the money? Show us the money.
So we are a subscription business. For parents, we sell to them $7.5 per month. So parents can have access to Learner for their children. But our bigger business is the B2B side, which is the schools. We charge schools $20,000 per student per term, so $60,000 a year. And for schools that don't have that type of money, we are very big on impact. So we also have a way for lesser income schools to apply for cheaper access to Learner, essentially. Yeah.
I'm afraid we can't take any more questions. Please, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, a round of applause for Learner Technologies. And there you have it, the top 5 pitching for a place in the final 3. In a matter of time, we will have the results. But at this time, let's appreciate our judges for the fantastic work. They will return to their seats as we continue the activities slated while they compute the results for the final 3.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Please put your hands together. That was please put your hands together if you're enjoying that. Now, this is what makes the Love World Trade and Investment Forum 2025 a really inspiring one. When you see people coming up here to pitch their ideas is very inspiring because it gives you an insight into what the future holds possibly. And I'm so, so excited to be part of this history-making event today. Please, ladies and gentlemen, keep your eyes on the screen. We have a presentation from King's Chat. I will be right back. Thank you.
Guys, I overslept. I know, it's so bad. Don't worry, you get you covered.
Yes, your SP card delivery is on the way.
Amazing! Thank you.
And we are live again with Pastor Star.
Thank you so much, Voitas. Yes, I'm here to talk about the latest Omnia Fold device.
Hello, hello, hello.
Okay, it's not on. Sorry. Okay, can you hear me now? Woo! Amazing. Wow, lovely to be here. This is such an awesome forum, praise God. I just want to start by thanking my man of God for this opportunity to work for King's Chat, praise God. I'd also like to thank my highly esteemed CEO, my boss, the highly esteemed DOP. She is amazing. I love her so much. And also the most beautiful Director of Commerce. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Yeah, so as you can see in that advert, we have a plethora of applications that Love World has produced within the King's Suite arena. So we actually have a stand as well if you want to come and check some of it out. But I'm here primarily to speak about King's Chat. You've heard different people announce, okay, post on King's Chat, do the hashtag LTI forum. King's Chat, for those of you who don't know, is our primary messaging and social media application in the Love World Nation. So you can chat to your friends, make calls, updates on your status, and we are constantly making improvements and updates. I've already had some of you come to me and say, oh, we want this, we want to see this, we want to see this, and we are always so open to user feedback because it's your feedback that makes the product successful because we make it for you. So that is King's Chat. You can go on the Love World App Store, or if you have iOS, you can go on the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store to download King's Chat today. And you will not regret it. It will be fabulous. Also, we have King's Conference. I've been told that you've been using King's Conference during this forum, which is just beautiful. And it is our market competitive online conferencing platform where you can host up to 1,000 users in one singular room. So yes, we have audio rooms, video rooms to your liking. If you have your business meetings or you want to meet up with people around the world, then go ahead and try out kingsconference.app. That's the web link, kingsconference.app today and start your first meeting. And lastly, because of time limitations, I want to tell you about the exciting Omnia Fold phone. Our nation has our own mobile devices. This is just the Omnia Fold S1. We recently even released S2, so that is really exciting. Yeah. And we also have the Omnia Prolific and the Omnia Bliss. So do visit us at the stand so you can test it out yourself. But I've been so inspired by everything that I've been hearing, and we are the solution, and we create products for us so that we can be safe and we can thrive in this wonderful world. So thank you so much once again, and enjoy enjoy the rest of the forum. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. That was quite refreshing, yes? I was going to ask about the phone, the Omnia phone. Is that up for purchase? Can anybody signify? Is it up for purchase? Can anyone simply buy it? Okay. And you just give 1 or 2 to the host to try out? No? So when I go home, I'll tell people about what I found out here, about this new shiny phone. Wow. Anyway, please put your hands together for her. I thought that was very interesting. We have an exhibition tour that is coming up very, very soon. They're going to signify when we're ready for it. But what it simply means is that for a few minutes, we're going to walk through the exhibition booths behind and interact with everyone who's there. We'd like to know what products they have, what they are, selling, what new ideas, what solutions, every single thing that you can find behind in the booths behind. So let's get ready for it. And when that time comes, please, I would, encourage a few people to join us so that we can interact with these people one-on-one.
Exactly. Now, during the lunch break, I actually took some time to go to the exhibition center, and really, really beautiful booth. I saw a lot of you there as well. So just a comprehensive list of some of the internal exhibitors we have at the booths behind you. Exhibiting today, we have Premier Care Diagnostics. We have Omnia Health Limited, Loveworld Medical Center. We have Kingview Super FM, Fashion Redemption, King Suite, Chris Oyakhilome Foundation International, COFI, Prime Foods and Beverages Limited. Also here today, we have external exhibitors. We have Fez, B-Money, ReviewCube Energies, Skrilla, Spots, CreditPay, Iyewo, Premier BN, iGadget Mart, Atradevu. Now, these are some of the beautiful things we have going on behind us. So I really, really encourage you to go behind and see. I actually went there and I saw, Pastor Chris has taught us, a man of God, Pastor Chris, has taught us about the dangers of fluoride in our toothpaste. And right there, I think we have Prudent. We have non-fluoride toothpaste. Please put your hands together for that, ladies and gentlemen. So if you'd like to get one or a pack, and get for me as well, you can go there, just right there behind. So these are just some of the products that we have exhibited behind. So be sure, take a selfie and tell someone to tell someone to tell someone of what's going on here today. Thank you so much.
And I think it's also important. Earlier we did this, but I would, like that we do this again. One of the most important things that I've seen here, and just listening to some of the videos that have played, is that Reverend Dr. Chris Oyakhilome, father, a mentor to almost everybody here, has gone beyond just teaching the Word of God.
Definitely.
He has opened up many people's minds into better ways to live, better ways to run their economies, better ways to make economic decisions. And so, if you will indulge me, listen, I know we did it before, but I would like that we do it again. There's a certain round of applause that he deserves for his leadership, for his guidance,
Please let's stand up.
for his
acknowledge our man of God,
teachings
Pastor Chris.
all these years. Ladies and gentlemen, that's not the round of applause that I'm talking about. There's a particular one that I'm talking about. Sounds more like that. It sounds more like that.
So let's do a little something. Here in Love World, we have a slogan, the word works, right? So we're going to do a little something. I'm going to say, cheer up, brethren, and you give me the feedback. Are you ready? Are you ready? Love World, the word works. Abby? I just wanted to be sure you guys are paying attention. So let's do it again. Are you ready? 1, 2, ready, go. Cheer up, brethren. Now look to your neighbor and say, cheer up, brethren. The word works. No, I wanted to add some stats. The word works. Oh, that's how we do it. Thank you so much.
Please be seated. Are we ready for our exhibitors yet?
Okay.
Okay.
So while we wait for the exhibitions, one of the things that makes me really proud to be a Love World member is the fact that when the man of God, Reverend Dr. Chris Oyakilome, DSCDD, when he talks, he doesn't just preach about the things going on in the world. He doesn't just expose the fiasco, the debacle about the deep state. He provides solutions. And that's one thing about our man of God, Pastor Chris. He is raising a generation of innovators. I mean, we heard earlier from the Department of Agriculture. We're producing non-GMO seeds. We are producing solutions.
Yes.
So when the gates of hell come up with certain things like GMO, trying to ruin our health, Pastor says, you know what? Love World people stand up, we innovate, and we push back with our non-GMO seeds, for example, and other innovations. Like we got the Omnia phone. A lot of things happening. We have Omnia water. I could go on and on about the many things we have. And when you talk about privacy and conversations on social media, we have King's Chats. Do we have King's Chats? Look at your neighbor, say, we have King's Chats. Mm-hmm.
Are there people here who haven't downloaded the King's Chat app?
Oh, everybody has the King's Chat.
Okay.
Is there anybody here that doesn't have King's Chat? Okay, I just wanted to be sure.
Okay.
Yes, so
All right,
we have a lot of
interesting.
products in Love World, and that makes me a really, really proud citizen of Love World Nation.
All right. We have just a bit more to go before we wrap up with day 2 at LTIF 2025. And like I said before, it has been completely thrilling. We are excited about it. Make some noise if you've been here day 1, day 2.
I'm trying to find some people that didn't make noise.
Yeah, I mean, I asked earlier, and I saw that there's a few people who didn't come yesterday. They weren't.
fine.
Yeah, it wasn't convenient for them. And also, some of the people who came up to pitch brilliant ideas, and I think we should celebrate them once again. It's not very easy. I understand how difficult it is to try to sell an idea, especially when it's an idea that only you maybe really understand. Yeah. So I think they should be celebrated as well. We're going to be having one person, I believe, get to win the pitches for today, and our judges will be up here again pretty soon. Ladies and gentlemen, if it's time for us to move to the exhibitors. Okay, I'm not sure my talkback isn't functioning properly. So
let me just help you over here.
Quickly confirm. Okay, just before that, we'd like to invite forward for another product showcase from the Love World Business Medical Center. Please, can we please put our hands together for the very highly esteemed Pastor Anthony Osegale. A round of applause for him, please. Thank you very much.
Please keep those hands together as he makes his way up the stage.
Wonderful indeed. So I can as well say, praise the Lord. Come on, praise the Lord. This has been a truly inspiring LTIF. I want to thank, first of all, my dad, founder of the Love World Medical Center, the president of Love World Nation, Reverend Dr. Chris Oyakilome, DSC, DD. Thank you so much, sir. And a big thank you to the head of commerce. Thank you so very much for this amazing, very impactful forum that has been ongoing. So just to talk very briefly about the most amazing, prestigious Love World Medical Center. Now, our amazing hospital is not just another hospital. This is the only hospital in the entire world that caters to the total man. Healthcare today is defined, Good health today is defined as not just body health, but health emotionally, health mentally, health socially, and then body. And so a lot of times people just focus on the body, but lots of conditions and ills in terms of bad health is not always from the human body. All right? And so the Love World Medical Center is a vision, an initiative of our founder, Reverend Chris Oyakilome. Now, if you know that name, and I know you do, the name is very associated with what? Divine health. Divine health. And that's what the Love World Medical Center is all about. Now, the LMC was opened in 2023. We're barely 2 years in operation. The former president of Liberia, Her Excellency, Madam President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, was here and opened the hospital with our president and members of the CEC. And from then till now, between that time and now, we've seen scores of thousands of patients. Interestingly, we're not just talking about primary care cases. We're talking about secondary care cases, tertiary care cases, cases that several other hospitals have given up on. And a large percentage of those cases have been able to walk out of our hospital doors doing well till date. There's something that is in the medical circle today. You come to a particular time and then you say, this particular person is not going to make it. And so you go into end-of-life care. And that means any treatment of the underlying condition is stopped. You just give pain relief and palliative care until the person passes on. At the Love World Medical Center, we don't stop trying. We never stop trying. And we keep at that mentality, we keep at that passionately, because any quality protocol that is available in the world today is people that got together, sat down and said, this is how we are going to operate. Some years back, it was thought that the best way to heal a wound was to put cow dung on it. That was medical practice several years ago. And they felt they were doing the best thing. But it took people who felt we could improve the quality, could do more research, we could carry this beyond where it has reached and do something more. And they kept upgrading and updating our SOPs. When we started the Love World Medical Center, I got all of the SOPs available in the world. The most recent SOP in medical care, most recent set of SOPs were dated 2015. This is 2025. 2025. The Love World Medical Center is not working with a 2015 standard operating set of procedures. We are working with an updated 2025 standard operating care procedures. Now, we did that in 2023, and we've done the second update in 2025. Because if it's going to get better, we will make it better, right? Now, our brand is to lead the healthcare industry with holistic, accessible, and best-in-class services. And we are pushing all of our vision, our mission, working with our core values. It's not just a statement to us. We live it every day. We breathe it every day. And our brand promise is we'll make you happy. And that's what we've been doing for the past 1 year and about 10 months. All right? Now, what's our unique selling point? I will tell you right away, without any equivocation. One of them is our spiritual advantage. We do not think that the spirit is disconnected from the body at all. We have patients who are going to the theater. They are so scared. They are so bothered about the outcome. And then our doctors and the team can stand together, pray with this patient. They are calm. They are comfortable, they are relaxed, and we take them into the theater because we are dealing not just with the body, we are dealing with their emotions, we are dealing with their minds, and we are not just dealing with just the patients. We counsel with the family members, their loved ones. Because when one person in the family is ill, I can tell you, several other members of that family are ill. They may not be unable to walk like the person they brought to the hospital, but somewhere in their emotion, somewhere in their mentality, they've been impacted and they are going through something. So our doctors are trained, our nurses are trained to cater to not just the patient, but everyone, who comes around the patient. Of course, multidisciplinary care, that means that every patient that comes to the hospital is attended to by specialists for every field. So we're not going to have an O&G person talking to you for cardiology issues. We're not going to have a neurosurgeon talking to you for urology issues. It's got to be the particular specialist interacting with you that is suited for that particular field. And then if you have multiple cases, multiple conditions, you have a team coming together discussing that particular case. And that gives us so much more advantage because we're not just talking it, we're walking it. All right? It's a one-stop shop. There's practically nothing you want to do at the Love World Medical Center that you cannot do. Whether it's all kinds of diagnostics. We have a sister company, Premier Care Diagnostics, just right in the facility. So the MRIs, the CT scans, all of the ultrasound scans, 3D, 4D, all of them can be done in-house. The medical specialists are on ground. Right now, we have over 41 specialist services being offered by the Love World Medical Center, ranging from neurosurgery, urology, cardiology services, O&G, family medicine, internal medicine, general surgery, dermatology, all kinds of specialties being operated at the Love World Medical Center. And yes, it is very, very affordable. It is affordable quality. Affordable quality. Now, somebody wanted to do an orthopedic surgery at the Love World Medical Center last year. And when he told me the price or the cost that he was willing to pay in another facility somewhere not in Lagos, the price he was willing to pay and they were telling him to pay was less than the cost of the average implant that was meant to be used for that knee replacement surgery. So I'm wondering, what's going to happen to that knee? What's going to happen to this surgery after 6 months when what is going to be used for this surgery is less than just the average, not the best, not the next to the best, just the average implant that is being used. It was less than the cost for the average implant. So what kind of magic was going to take place there? All right. So just that I always say that healthcare is not cheap. Cheap is not really a very nice word. It means a lot of corners are being cut. Right? So when you think about your health, think about investing the very best into yourself. So you can continue to innovate, you can continue to create, you can continue to expand and take innovation beyond the borders. And of course, constantly we are ever improving quality. And like I talked about affordable quality care, we have multiple HMO alliances right now with 7 international HMOs currently working with us. So you can actually access care if you are plugged into any of those HMOs. And of course, our flagship wonderful, best in the world HMO from Love World Nation, the Lifesaver HMO, is working together with the Love World Medical Center, and so you can do that right away. And then, of course, we innovated the Love World Referral Network. We currently have over 43 hospitals that are working together with us. They do not have some of the facilities that we have. They're able to bring their patients to our hospital. We co-manage the patients together with them. The patients are availed of high-quality care. The hospitals don't lose their patients to us, but at the end of the day, who is benefiting? The patient. And that's what we are all about, improving healthcare. I already talked about the services that we have. Some of the innovative programs and promotions that the Love World Medical Center has offered includes Grace Friday. Grace Friday is a promotion that has been ongoing for about a year now, where every Friday, registration, consultation services with all our in-house specialists are absolutely free. And so you find that people who hitherto will not have been able to get a doctor's opinion, get some interaction with a specialist, are able to do that at Love World Medical Center every single Friday. Once again, I want to repeat that is consultations, not procedures, not medications, consultations. And that's really very, very, very important. And so our clients have so many things that they say about the Love World Medical Center. I'm not going to go into that. Maybe just flash on the screen. But one thing is for sure. Interacting with the Love World Medical Center, you're definitely going to be interacting with a facility that is not into health care, a facility that is not plugged into any deep state agenda, a facility that is into total health care. And let me just quickly add this. At the Love World Medical Center, it is all about patient-centric care. All about you. Educating you, attending to your needs, catering to any worries that you may have, interacting with your patients to improve your health care index so you can continue to do the amazing things that God has destined you to do in this beautiful world that we are in. So I invite you to trust us with your care at the Love World Medical Center. We will definitely make you happy. Thank you very much.
Wow. Thank you so much, Pastor Anthony. Thank you so, so much. Okay, now talking about the Love World Medical Center, how many of us have been there before? Now, I was telling someone, I've actually been there before. I was telling someone, when we talk about the Love World Excellence, the Love World Medical Center is a good example of that. When you go there, someone said, I felt like I was in a hotel. I almost shouted, room service, instead of calling. Instead of calling a doctor. Okay, so that's one of the products we have in Love World. When I talk about excellence, you talk about Love World. Thank you so much, Pastor Anthony, sir. We're grateful. Okay.
Yes. I'm still hoping that I get the Omnia. Who should consider me? One of our judges, I must mention, Dr. Olori Boye Ajayi. Please, can we put our hands together for her? She's a very phenomenal person. I met her about a year ago or so. It's time for the exhibitors. But before we go there, we'd like to quickly recognize and celebrate some of the partners and sponsors that have made this a possibility. Please, let's celebrate Tango Fuel Card. We had a slide presentation from them earlier. Tango Fuel Card helps reduce fuel fraud by up to 40%. Let's also quickly celebrate In Clover Paints, which provides the best paints that are perfect for homes. A round of applause for them as well. Let's also celebrate Cubator's Network, which develops business and Christian solutions. A round of applause for them, please. Baby CC and Lady CC provides uncompromised comfort to babies and ladies. And also Eco, which drives sales with Eco Rewards. We'll also quickly mention Pure Dent, which provides the complete dental care for our oral system. Let's celebrate them. And now it's time for us to go straight to the exhibitors. Please, we would like to appeal that the convener comes with us, and also the highly esteemed that are still present. Please, let's take a walk to the exhibition booths behind. Yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I would advise you turn your phones on and get videos. There's a reason why.
Yes.
Okay?
And
so
if you can join us, please do as well. Let's have a quick conversation with some of those present at the exhibition booths and see what they have over there. Any of the highly esteemed that would like to...
You can join us as well.
Yes.
It's actually an exhibition tour. Okay. So let's just head over to left.
We're going to be picking at random.
Yes. We have Zoa. So we're looking for internal exhibitors. So here we have Fez. We have Fez on our right hand. And of course, here is the Love World Medical Center. Pastor Anthony just talked about the Love World Medical Center here. So because we've talked about it already, we're going to move over to the next booth very quickly. So I think we can move
as quickly as possible. But when we come to you, please remember that you simply just need to tell us a little bit about what you have.
Very briefly. So, okay, so over here on my far right, we have the Chris Oyakhilome Foundation International.
All right, so let's quickly speak with her. Please quickly your name and tell us about your booth.
The Chris Oyakhilome Foundation.
Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. My name is Imamezi Evangeline, and Chris Oyakhilome Foundation International is Pastor Chris's way of giving back to the world. We have gone all over the world helping the vulnerable, the underserved, the depraved, helping them to stand and to be strong. Just in October, we were in Pakistan, and we went with our team. We gave them food, supplies. We gave them a borehole because we noticed in one of their communities there was a lack of clean water source. So we had to give them a borehole. And we also gave them medications. We gave them medicines because most of them were sick due to the flood that happened in Pakistan. We were also in Benue State. We partnered with our church, our Christ Embassy Church in Benue State, and we were able to give them food supplies because due to the herdsmen attack, there was shortage of food. They destroyed the farmlands. So we were able to give them food supplies that served over 1,000 individuals and families. So this is what we do in Chris Oyakhilome Foundation International. We have 6 member agencies, just to mention but a few: the Inner City Mission, Mind Management Foundation. We have just to mention but a few. So this is what we do. We are the outstretched arm of love and charity of Pastor Chris. We give back to the world, not just Nigeria, to the entire world. So your partnership and your support will go a long way to help us to do so much more in this year and beyond. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. Is there a website we can reach if people want to get more information? Could you just call it out?
This is our email address is kofiadmin@loveworld360.com, and you can also reach us www.kofi.ngo, and our King's Chat account is kofi.office.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's move this way now quickly. All right, quickly, your name, and tell us about your product.
Good afternoon, ma'am. My name is Victory, and this is Kelsey Green Foods. Right here, we have millet pap powder. They actually come in 3 different varieties. One is plain, just made of millets, while the other one has turmeric, ginger, and dates. Our date here is natural sweetener. You know, Pastor talked about sugar and how it's polished and lots of chemicals have been added. So the date here is the replacement of sugar. And right here, we also have the milky millet pap. This one has milk and dates in it. So all our pap are made from millets, not corn, because corn is now GMO, and the deep states have, you know, added lots of chemicals to corn, and it's no longer good for our health. And also we have the whole millet flour. This whole millet flour can also be used for pancakes. Its main purpose is for swallow, like to eat our traditional soups. It can be used for pancakes. It can be used as a thickener to our soups. And we also have yam poundo, which is made from natural yam. We have 2 products made from yam: the elubo, which is also called amala here in Nigeria, and we also have yam poundo. And then we also have our rice flour. Sorry, let me bring it out. This is rice flour. This is made from rice. One thing I want you to know is that all of our products, if we say it's made from rice, it's made from rice. Nothing added, no preservatives. So that's why we claim that we make products that are 100% natural. And we also have
thank you so much. Just give us your website so we can visit if you have a social media handle.
So our website is on KC, which is King's Chat. That's our that's Love World platform. Our website is KNG Farms. KNG Farms. 2 words joined together.
All right,
thank
you so much. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's move over. Right here we have Premier Care Diagnostics right here. Hello, good evening. Please introduce yourself and tell us very briefly about Premier Care Diagnostics.
My name is Paul Ugochukwu. We are Premier Care Diagnostics. We are located at Kura Tabiola Way, Oregon. We offer all kinds of investigations such as CT, MRI, endoscopy, echo, all specialties. We do HSG. We run 24/7. The good thing is that our results are top-notch. Turnaround time, whenever it is time for the result to come out, that is when you get it.
Okay, all right. Thank you for keeping it short and for sharing with us. Let's move somewhere else. Thank you very much, Premier Care Diagnostics. Let's go to Omnia. It's still health-related, and I can see a very big mouth. Tell us about Omnia.
You're welcome to Omnia Health. My name is Dr. Unyaba. As you can see, Omnia Health written there. We deal basically with 3 major things in medicine. That's the dental aspect, then we have the eye aspect, then we have health shop. In that health shop, we have a pharmacy in it. because it's not just all about drugs, but there's some lifestyle you have that can help your health a lot. So in the dental clinic, we do the basic scaling and polishing, because every 6 months you need to see a dentist to clean all the plaques from the food you've been eating over the years and the microorganisms, the saliva, just to make your mouth fresh. That's the basic one. We do fillings too. We do tooth extraction. And from January, we'll be starting the veneers, we'll be doing the braces, everything you can think of in the dental clinic. Then we also have the eye clinic. You can always come and check your eye. You check the pressure of the eye, just your routine checkup. And our man of God has trained us so well in such a way that when he says this is the way we go, we go. Because in the dental clinic, we don't use fluoride at all. You can be trusted. We are people you can trust. We use toothpaste without fluoride. We do all our procedures without fluoride. And we've been there for years. This is like my 10th year. I've been in the dental aspect, so we can be trusted. And then for the prices, they are basic. You can always come and get a very good treatment. So for the dental aspect, we've talked about it.
Okay. Can you just give us like a site we can visit to get more information?
Yes, sir. Okay. We have a flyer for it.
Okay.
So you can have one. The phone numbers too are on it. So you can reach us anytime. 24 hours. We're open. And it's at Asheshe.
Oh, great,
you know Asheshe,
great.
the Love Wall City Pinnacle Mall.
All right. Thank you so much.
So we'll be expecting you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you.
Omnia Health, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much. We have just a few more.
Okay.
And we're simply trying to speak with some of the exhibitors.
Okay. So over here we have CreditPay. Hello, good evening. Okay, let me just step in to your booth. Yes. Could you tell us what CreditPay is all about very briefly?
Yes, please. CreditPay is a digital commerce platform that empowers businesses of all sizes to, scale their businesses, to track inventory, to reduce fraud, reduce theft, reduce losses. We currently target the education sector. We have a couple of schools that are currently onboarded. They're using our platforms. We also target the hospitality sector as well. So we're basically B2B. We target SMEs as well, like the small businesses as well. And we run on a subscription basis. And the services are excellent. The onboarding process, seamless. The technical support, amazing. And the value you would get from CreditPay is way beyond whatever amount you're paying for subscription at the end of the day. Yes. Oh, yes, we do. We have a website. It's creditpay.io. You go there, you sign up, and then you can request a demo as a business owner, and we would either do the demo virtually or physically based on whatever it is that you want to do. So basically, it's an ERP service, an enterprise business solution. Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. Now, let's move to King's View. Please. King's View, please get ready for us. Quickly. All right, so tell us your name and about your product. Let's wait for our convener to get here.
Thank you so much. This is King's View to the world. My name is Peace Ben. So this is King's View. It's our movie platform. It's more than a platform. It's a movement. We are infiltrating the entertainment industry with our narrative. So it's a spirit instrument where we translate the message of our man of God into compelling stories that uplift and, of course, that bless. And then we are into a lot of services. We are into movie hosting, advert placements. We're into media production, production of commercials. We're also into rentals of equipment and also into event coverage. And we have a lot of short films. We have a lot of feature-length films. And like I said, you can download the Kingsview app from the Love World store, the iOS store, the Android store, and then get to watch our amazing films, faith-based. It's faith-based. So you can download the app and get started. And for those downloading the app today, we have something amazing for you. You have 6 days to watch our short films if you download the app today. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Okay,
you very
so
much.
over here.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
We're going in this direction.
Okay.
Everyone can have an interesting weekend watching some of the movies on King's View.
So over here, we talked about the non-fluoride toothpaste, and it's right here, Pure Dent. So the man of God, Pastor Chris, has talked to us a lot about the dangers of fluoride in our toothpaste, and this is something I'm really excited about. This is Pure Dent, big smile, start with gentle protection. Oh, I can see a lot of people getting this already. So tell us more about Pure Dent very quickly.
Okay, thank you very much and welcome to our stand. My name is Lillian King-Oweye. I am representing Mape Wellness, and Mape Wellness is presenting Pure Dent non-fluoride toothpaste. This is actually an answer to the questions of many people after Pastor said we should stop using fluoride toothpaste. And Pastor has to bring the answer. Thank you very much. And Pure Dent non-fluoride toothpaste. We have 3 variants. We have one, this is the advanced, and we have the regular, and we have for the kids. The kids are not left out. So with all this set up, every member, the brethren are covered. So we have the right system to cover our dental. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I think, can we see? Yes. I'm really interested. Okay, this is for...
We have the regular. This is the regular. And for the kiddies. And this is for the kids.
Very beautiful. Thank you so much.
Yes, this is part of it. This gives you the, deep cleaning and remineralize the tooth. And we took out fluoride, and we didn't just let fluoride go. We make sure we replace it with sorry, I'm missing the name now. I'm not. So, yeah, that's for the children. It's safe for the children. Then for the adults, we remove fluoride and we added
a safe ingredient.
Yes, a very safe ingredient. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Beautiful. This is good.
Hello.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
I think we have one or two. In Clover Paints. I believe we spoke a little bit about this earlier.
Yes.
So quickly tell us about Ink Clover.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Ink Clover Paints, our premium no smell mosquito repelling paint. And at this beautiful program, we're hoping to have more distributors join us because we've been enlisting distributors and it's been so wonderful. What are some of our selling points here? We are premium, yet very, very affordable. Our quality competes with some of the premium brands that you know. I won't mention their names, but however, we are more affordable, and that is a very wonderful selling point, meaning that when you come aboard as a distributor, as a developer, it is true, there's a lot to take advantage of in the market. We are developer friendly, we are eco-friendly, and then there's so much that we're ready to do as we're launching into this new phase of our work within the next 6 months. So we kindly invite you to join aboard, real estate developers, intending distributors, join us, and so we're matte, we have varieties here with paint for external, interior, and exterior paint. And then we are also odorless. Remember that. We don't smell. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Ink Clover Paints, ladies and gentlemen. And I think the last we are going to today is budget, and I think it's just over here. So now we're unable to visit all the booths, but the later we can, we are going to do that. Okay, so over here we have iGadget Mart. Hello, good evening. Could you tell us more about iGadget Mart? Very briefly.
Good afternoon. Yeah, my name is Anoloa. So I got smart we system. I got just my gadgets doing my IT where we offer corporate sales of laptop to offices, businesses, and we have iGadget My Repairs where we repair all kinds of gadgets.
You sell gadgets of different kinds. I can see some laptops, gaming pads as well.
Where these are very high-end laptop, Alienware, Victor's, and this MacBook 2025. All of these devices, they are 2025. And this is PS5 for individual use and whatnot, headphones, and everything about gadgets.
So do you have a website we can visit to make online purchase?
Just Smart on Instagram, iGadgetSmart.ng.
iGadgetMart.ng. What of a physical outlet? Do you have a physical outlet?
So we are located in computer.
Thank you so much. Super FM. Okay, so let's go to Super FM. Okay, so here we are at Super FM. Good evening. Okay.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much for coming. You're welcome to Super FM. We are a network of radio stations, 4 radio stations currently, and soon to expand to 6. We are in Lagos, Port Harcourt, Benin, and Ogun State. So, you know, today's media is actually not what it should be, but we represent what it should be. So in Super FM, you are going to always hear the truth. We have a vision to provide truth and to impact people, to inform them, to inspire them, and impact them with the truth, and to use our information to project them to you'd always hear what is not slanted, what is not corrupted information, but what is the truth and what is I call liberating information. So if something happens, when you want to find truth, not with any that you will find it on Super FM. Then our content are also specially designed to build society, inspire people, encourage them, motivate them. We have clean content, nice content, rich content, inspiring content you always find on Super FM. And also, of course, on Super FM, for those who are business people, we help you build your brand, we help you take your products around the world, and through us, you can reach as many people as possible. Our website is superfm.online, and we will be ready to receive you, answer your questions, and help your brand grow. Thank you very much.
The number? Super FM. The code. 92.7. 92.7. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, I think that wraps up our tour, our exhibition tour.
All right, and that concludes the exhibition tour. Thank you to all the exhibitors who, of course, have set up their stands. Just to once again remind everyone, please be encouraged to go behind and speak with them. Find out more about the paint, the toothpaste, the Omnia Care, and the different brands that we just spoke with. Super FM 92.7, I think that's what it is.
iGadget store as well, in case you're interested in getting a new tab.
Yes. So speak with them, find out a little bit more about their products, and feel encouraged to patronize them. All right. We had very interesting pitches, and it's time for us to find out who exactly will be, I believe, crowned champion. So once again, let's invite forward Samuel Ojo to lead this aspect of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment you've been waiting for. 12 contestants, 5 semi-finalists. But we can only have 3 winners. Are you ready? Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, in 3rd place, after a tense battle from 12 down to 5. The tension is high. The tension is high. Before I announce the winners, in 1 minute, I will call up a representative of the judges, because it is only fair that they let us know what their judging criteria was. So please make welcome Dr. Bumi Koledawodu to tell us the metrics the judges used in rating these ones. You're welcome, sir. In 1 minute.
Thank you, everyone. So the judges, we were saddled with responsibility of looking at 11 criteria, and each criteria is 10 points. And so we judged over 110 points. The first is problem definition, to clarity of the problems. The next is solution fit, how well the solution addresses the problem. The third is innovation and differentiation. That's the uniqueness and creativity of the solution. Then business model is a fifth one. Sorry, market opportunity is a fourth one. Business model is a fifth. Go-to-market strategy is a sixth. Financial viability is a seventh, and team capability is the eighth. Traction and validation is the ninth. Pitch delivery is the 10th, and the 11th is the impact of that solution. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Bumi Dawodu. And now it is time. Are we ready? In third place, we have, representing Mechanic Africa Technologies, Patrick Aswama. A round of applause. It has not been easy. Definitely not easy. In third place, Patrick Aswama, Mechanic Africa Technologies, going home with the grant worth 7,000 SPs. Ladies and gentlemen, in second place, we will be presenting.
Ladies and gentlemen, please let's put our hands together to present the plaques. Ms. Stephanie Ofoka, the convener of the Laurel Trade and Investment Forum 2025. Please put your hands together for her.
You're welcome, ma'am. And like I said, in third place, this award goes to Patrick Aswama, going home with the grant worth 7,000 SPs. It wasn't easy, but it was worth it. Congratulations. Beautiful, beautiful. A round of applause for him, please. And in second place, ladies and gentlemen, in second place we have, representing Johnson Denergies, Daberechi Johnson. Make welcome Daberechi Johnson, the man with a solar-powered solution. It wasn't easy, like I said, but it definitely was worth it. Absolutely not an ordinary feat.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think you can do better than that. Congratulations. So just before we call the winner, I just wanted, can we get a drum roll? Everyone, can we stand?
Yeah,
can
definitely,
we stand?
definitely, definitely.
Please stand to your feet. So we're going to do something. We're going to make a drum roll with our hands. So we're going to go, and then we're going to take it off. So when we get to the highest, then he can announce the winner. Are we ready? Are we ready? Let's go. It has to go higher. It has to go higher. It has to go higher.
If it doesn't get to the highest, I'm not making the announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, put those hands together. Can we make some noise?
Are you ready? Are you ready? In first place, we have, going home with a grant worth 10,000 ESPs.
Let's go.
Danny Ombe of Lena Technologies. Ladies and gentlemen, the champion, 10,000 SPs. Make some noise. Absolutely stunning.
10,000 SPs,
10,000, Stephanie. 10,000.
10,000.
My goodness.
There's so many wings here. There's too many things that ladies and gentlemen. And yet when there's nothing like fear, the wind blowing celebration.
Thank you so much. Handing over back now to Osarage.
Thank you very much. Congratulations to all the winners. And of course to our number one. Ladies and gentlemen, can we please focus on the stage? Our convener is right on stage to give closing remarks. Her mic, please.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, please settle down. Please settle down.
Wow, wow, wow. Amazing. Glory, 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 glory. Don't you just love a business forum like this or a platform like this where you can actually shout, glory? Like where you can glorify the name of Jesus. Praise God. And you can say praise God without feeling apologetic, without feeling sorry. Praise God. Because Jesus is the Alpha and Omega. He's the numero uno, the number one. So praise God. Hallelujah. All right, I want to say big congratulations to, the winner. Congratulations to you of the Begin Initiative. Firstly, I'd like to thank God Almighty for, I can't believe it's day 2 and we've almost come to the end of this forum. Thinking about it, just starting from an idea, it was a concept, and then, finally seeing that concept and idea become real is humbling, praise God. So I want to thank God Almighty for a very successful and impactful LTIF 2025. I'd also like to thank profusely my man of God, Reverend Dr. Chrissy Eklome, sir. Thank you, sir, for your visionary leadership. Thank you for changing lives all around the world. You are a true gift to us in the Love World Nation and in the world at large. And on behalf of every participant here, I say thank you. I'm sure that's your heart towards the man of God, right? Yes, we're deeply grateful to you, sir. And to all my, distinguished guests, my speakers, the vendors, the business leaders, everyone present here, innovators, policymakers, thought leaders, thank you so much. You've been very incredible. Thank you to the Love World SBOs. Thank you so much. I really can't believe that, the curtain almost comes to a close now. It's been an extraordinary 2 days. You agree with me? And when I look around the room, I just don't see attendees. Can you hear me? There's something wrong with the sound, please. Can you check? Okay. I was saying that when I look around the room, I just don't see attendees. I see dreamers. I see doers. I see people who are ready to put in the work, people who are excellent. I see builders of nations, and the next generation of kingdom entrepreneurs, ready to take on Africa and the world at large, and to take on the world to new heights. Now let's take a moment to honor the dedication of everyone who made LTIF 2025 possible. Our powerful speakers, insightful conversations, our moderators, the creative programming team, thank you so much, my diligent production crew, and of course, each and every one of you who came, even if you just came out of curiosity, thank you. Thank you for your courage. Thank you for, committing to the vision of our man of God, the LTIF. Special thanks to our headline sponsors, Paralex, Tango. Special thanks to the CEO of the Love World Nation, esteemed Pastor Yemisi Kudeimbu. Thank you to the CEO of the Love World Nation for gracing us with her presence yesterday. Just your belief in, the LTIF, the Department of Commerce, is just awesome. LTIF is an engine, driving, the Department of Commerce is an engine actually driving the mandate of our man of God forward. Over these 2 days, we've journeyed deep into the power of purposeful capital, led by the esteemed Pastor Diola Phillips. Thank you so much, Ma. It's clear now more than ever, intentional investment, rooted in values and strategic vision, does more than grow your business. It transforms nations. Remember this, that grants are helpful, but the real proof of lasting impact is building a business that stands firm on its own merit. We've witnessed a staring reminder of the church's role as a catalyst for equitable economic participation. We were enlightened yesterday by our esteemed panel, Pastor Lanre Alabi, Pastor Ifeoma Chiameka, the Director of Corporate Affairs, and told us about the church, about the unending, boundless, inexhaustible riches of Christ. And that's who we are. That's what we have in Christ Jesus. Wealth that no man can search out. That's what the Bible says, and that's what he talked about. That is what is available to us. Our faith calls us not only to spiritual prosperity, but to thriving financially and morally in a complex world. Our sessions with Smedan, thanks to the esteemed DJ of Smedan from yesterday, he talked about making real changes, the real challenges of small businesses yesterday. He talked about access to finance, navigating regulations, building capacity. And he talked about how from the challenges that businesses face springs opportunity. Now, the programs like the Begin Initiative don't just hand out funds, they mentor, educate, and unlock pathways to sustainable growth. Today was a celebration of purpose meeting profits, faith walking hand in hand with enterprise. The remarkable panel on women a few hours ago, leading with courage and confidence, showed us that Africa's next wave of global trade is powered by women. Women who are unapologetic, bold, brilliantly strategic, confident, and deeply purpose-driven. Across every session today, one truth rose loud and clear. This forum is not about talk. It's about unstoppable action. So how do we move forward? Here are key actionable steps for each of us. Be innovative. Find solutions to problems. Value is a money magnet. So give value and money will chase you. Have an entrepreneurial mindset. Invest with purpose. Evaluate every financial decision through the kingdom lens, via the eyes of the Spirit. Seek investors who share your vision and values. Build fund-ready, transparent businesses with structure, governance, and transparency. Transparency must be your foundation. Document your financials and growth strategy. Remember that funds accelerate, but they help you accelerate, but long-term viability comes from building trust. Scale locally, think globally. Master your local market first. Use technology wisely. Bridge trust gaps. Be a person who is trustworthy. Be a person of integrity. And unlock smooth cross-border commerce. Collaborate and mentor. I believe you've met other business owners here today. No one builds alone. Connect, mentor, uplift within each other within the Love World Nation and beyond. Use programs like Begin to access resources and multiply your successes. Now, act boldly. That's one of the things you must do. Consistently identify your first steps, refine your business, seek funding, mentor another, commit to action. Because knowledge is of no value unless you put it to practice. But before we close, I'd like you to join me in celebrating I'd like you to actually join me in welcoming a special crew. I wanted something special. I wanted us to close on a high note. Because this forum is not going to come to an end. It's a new beginning, actually. It's a dawn of light. It's a new day. It's a new day, a dawn of light, clarity, and kingdom wisdom in the world of trade and enterprise. Again, like I said yesterday, you're a city set on a hill, and you cannot be hid. Your light will never be hidden. You will go forward with courage, conviction, and clarity. Now, let the insights that you've gained here in the past 2 days become the foundation of measurable kingdom-driven change in your businesses, in your communities, in your nations, and the continent. By next year's edition, I'll be looking forward to your testimonies. I'll have, of course, a lot of you on stage telling us how you've put to work and applied all that you've learned here and put it to good use. And we want to hear your success stories. And I was going to say, to celebrate our journey and the energy in the room right now, I'm delighted to invite a very special group just to thrill us a little bit so we can shake our bodies for a lively, uplifting performance, the dance group, to close day 2 of the LTIF 2025. The dance group, please. Stand up and dance. Your leg.
Hey, hey! I wanna let you know. I wanna let you know. I wanna scream and shout. I wanna scream and shout. I wanna let it out. I wanna let it out. I wanna praise him. Hey, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting? This is my season of joy.
One time.
This is my season of praise. This is my season to shout my victory.
Are you ready?
I'm singing today. We will shout for joy. We will praise some more.
Let's go.
We will dance. We will sing. We will love you more. On and on, we proclaim you, Lord. We scream from the bottom of our hearts. I don't want this to end.
No, never.
I don't want this to end.
One time say no, never.
I don't want this to end.
One time say no, never.
I don't want this to end. 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 I don't want this to end.
One time. Get.
Loosen up, wake up. It's time to get the praise on. Sing on, bounce along. It's time to get the groove on.
One time.
Move your body to the beat. This is a sound of victory. In Christ we defeat. We defeat. I wanna let you know. I wanna let you know. I wanna scream and shout. I wanna scream and shout. I wanna let it out. I wanna let it out. I wanna praise him. Hey, what are you waiting for? We will shout for joy. We will praise some more. We will dance. We will sing. We will love you more. On and on, we proclaim you, Lord. We scream from the bottom of our heart.
One time.
This to end. I don't want this to end. I don't want this to end. I don't want this to end.
Ra. Are you ready?
I don't want this to end.
Are you?
This to end. I don't want this to end. I don't want this to end.
Praise the Lord. Are we having a good time tonight? Are we having a good time here? Are we having a perfect time? So we're going to be having this very beautiful performance titled Perfection as all things are going. DJ, please, very quickly. I'm gonna preach the word the best way that I can. Don't sit and watch me, brother, join me if you can. I'm gonna shout and scream and do it with a dance. I know you wanna know how. Watch me, let me break it down. So let's go. Come on now. Whoa. This one gets the money. Come on. Let's go. My life is full of glory. I'm trying to get to see. Jesus has changed my story. Take a good look at me. I'm no longer where I used to be. My God is really good. If you did for me, could do for you and you and you and you. Everybody, everything is perfect. Come on, take everything is perfect. Can't you see I'm perfect? Jesus is all I need, me. My life is in order. See me, I'm a wonder. Can you feel it thunder? Can you feel it? Let's go. Yeah. Everybody sing abundant. Let me sing it. Everything I need, and it's all I have. It's JESUS, and this is perfect, complete to perfection, complete to perfection, complete to perfection. I'm complete to perfection, I'm complete to perfection, complete to perfection. I'm complete to perfection, complete to perfection. If you're looking for perfection, but take a look at me. Only competition I have is my sweet self. Everything I want is sweet thing. Devil's got nothing on me. If you want this, sister, say it to yourself. Say it to yourself, everything is perfect. Come on, faith. Everything is perfect. Look at your neighbor, can't you see I'm perfect? Jesus is all I need, man. My life is in order. In order. Me, I'm a wonder. I'm a wonder. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Let's go. It gave me life. Abundant life. You took my sins and made me Superman. Got everything I need, and it's all I have. It's JESUS, and this is perfection. Look at me, look at me, look at me. My life is full of glory. Somebody say glory. Can I hear you? Somebody say glory. Somebody say glory over there. Say glory. Come on now. Let me say like. Make some noise. Are we still good for more? If you want more, let me hear you say more. Say more. It's okay. Thank you very much. It's our time. God bless you. I love you so much.
Hello. All right. Thank you very much. Very, very energetic, special performance. I can dance better than them.
I'm actually going to somersault, but...
I just know when I'm wearing blue. Any other day, I can dance better than them. And if not that they asked me to kneel down when I was in primary 2, I'd have been able to break dance better than them also. But anyway, put your hands together for them once again. I think that was very interesting. It's time for us to... I feel very bad. I've had a really, really interesting last 2 days. I feel really, really bad. And I wish that this would continue for another week. But I know that the convener, may not want that. But I genuinely have had a really, really good time. Definitely. Waking up early, planning, putting things together. It has been very, very thrilling. And one of the things that I would absolutely love to happen is, just like we said, what does success mean to us? What does success mean to the convener? It is that in a couple of months or in a couple of years, some of the people that we're speaking about in the news, about, unicorn funding, about, making really, really massive moves, are people who attended LTIF.
Yes, definitely.
Can we hear an amen to that? I would absolutely love to be a part of that story, all right? We would like to interview somebody someday and they say, oh, I got the inspiration from LTIF.
Yes.
That's what I want.
Definitely. It's been such an honor. I think I was dancing over there, but I had to maintain steeze and composure, you know. You'd have seen me cartwheeling through the stage, but I said, no, I'm a very humble person. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being a part of this journey. It's been so life-changing and impactful. Once again, the name is Voice of Steph, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity and privilege to stand here as one of the co-hosts for this event. Thank you so much.
And my name is Osaogi Ogbawa. It's been a pleasure as well. Before we go, remember the theme for this year's LTIF 2025. Do we remember? All right, so just like we did yesterday, for those who were here yesterday, what we're going to do is this side says trust, the middle says trade, and the other side says transformation. Are we ready?
So I want us to give it a lot of energy, okay? Let's close this event like with real high spirit. So can we stand to our feet? Where are the camera people? Let's stand to our feet, please. Are we ready?
Yes. Well, let's do a selfie. Myself and Stephanie are going to do this together. So, ladies and gentlemen, when I say LTIF 2025, remember it is trust, middle trade, and the other side transformation. LTIF 2025.
Trust,
trade, transformation. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen.
But we're absolutely not living. Oh, please hold on. We need to call some people up. All right, quickly, because we're almost out of time. We're almost not living without giving kudos to some of the people who have made this possible. And so please join me in welcoming forward with a round of applause. Kelechi Ezenwa, please, a round of applause
Put your hands together for him.
her. We're gonna celebrate these people specially. Listen, if these people didn't toil and work and have sleepless nights, this would not be happening today. Would also like to invite forward highly esteemed brother Bright Okoroafo. Please make him welcome, please. A round of applause for him. Is he here?
We also have Brother Harrison Enohun. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. Brother Harrison, are you here?
Brother Harrison Enohun. Is he here, please?
Okay,
thank you very much. A round of applause for him as well. Let's also celebrate and invite forward Sister Victory Oyahilume. Where is she? Listen, again, I mean, I think, listen, you remember I said it twice, that I was asking, what does success mean for you guys as we're planning this? And she was the one who I spoke with. And Victory's response was that she wants to see that a couple of months from now in the future, people will testify that LTIF changed their lives. So she's the one who gave me that inspiration. Let's also make welcome highly esteemed Pastor Barbara Ezemuke. With a round of applause. Is she here, please? All right. And of course, our convener, our head of commerce. She's already here, yes.
She's already here.
Well, let's celebrate her. Let's celebrate her all the same. Sister Faith, we're also expecting you, please. Sister Faith.
I don't think. Oh, here she is.
Sister Faith Akanem. Okay, please come forward.
Put your hands together for her.
I think we probably need to give them some space because please come to the middle. This is how we are going to, please, can we all come to the middle? This way, please. This way. No, this way, please. Yeah, thank you very much. Let's be in the middle.
Photographers. Okay, thank you.
Yes, everyone. So do we have everybody tell them thank you? Hold on. Let's do this with the count from 5 to 0. All right, ladies and gentlemen. 5, 4. All I want you to say is thank you, team. Do we do that? Okay.
Yes.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you, team. Congratulations on a successful LTIF 2025. And this is how we're signing out today. to say thank you to
Thank you so much.
highly esteemed Sister Stephanie Ofoka. Thank you to Victory. Thank you to Faith. Thank you to every single person. We wish every single person a safe ride home. We're going to be here again next year, God willing. Thank you very much once again. Please put your hands together for yourselves, and thank you as well for coming. Yes, please remember to drop your headphones. Thank you very much. Please drop your headphones on your chairs,
There's so many
please.
things that I love celebrating in here when there's nothing like fear. The wind blowing, celebration, the people that cheers. Cheers to the ones who did it. Cheers to the ones who worked that faith and did it. Cheers to the ones who never came back with excuse. They fought until they did it. Stand up for the ones who really went out all out for the cause. Yeah, stand up for the ones who never took it ahead. That's a loss. We never going back, don't know. We never going back, don't know. Yeah. Back, don't know. Yeah. Applause.
It's up to the heroes, giving life 7 minutes, the life that we know. Marching on daily we go, winning a victory per cost.
When we step into place, we bring the power of God to erase manipulation.